whole armload of books. But I didn't get it.
Now, how does your son like preaching?
Oh, he loves it. Yeah, he's an electrician too. There for a while, he was wiring some through the week and preaching too. And then he started a new congregation, Graybill, Indiana. So he's just full time now again. On a new congregation is up there.
Oh, well, say hi, tell Ruth something. The thing's on, isn't it, Sharon?
Mm-hmm.
Talk to Ruth, because Ruth will see this. Tell her hi.
Huh?
Talk to Ruth. She'll see this.
She'll see the video. We're going to give her a video.
I pushed the wrong button. Now it's on.
Ruth called when after Bonnie died. Ruth don't call much, you know.
Yeah.
She called when Bonnie died, and she wanted me to come down and live with her. Ought to went, but I didn't. Well, you know how it is. You're stuck someplace, and you just kind of
Oh,
hang
your
on.
kids are all here. Well,
Yeah.
tell Ruth hi.
Hi, Ruth. You're looking good. I bet she's still getting around real good.
Yeah, she is.
She looks great.
What is she, 90 or 90? Well, I'll bet she's close to 90. Huh?
86. She's
Well, Mom
86.
would have been,
93.
Mom would have been 93, so Ruth wasn't too far. Mom and Willard and Ruth, so Ruth wasn't very far behind.
Well, 86 isn't that far behind 90.
She's
Uh,
getting very close.
my mom and your mom were the same age. They were born in 1900. So it's easy.
Oh,
to keep up.
were they Virginia?
Virginia.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, I was born in 1900, same year my
Virginia
mom
Roberts
was.
was her name. Robert.
Virginia Roberts?
Uh-huh.
Her middle name was Robert?
Yeah.
After Robert E. Lee,
Thank-
evidently.
thank
That's right.
Named
Hey, you know
after
what
Uncle
it may
Bob.
have been.
Uncle Bob Hale, she's named after him.
Yeah, Betty's grandpa.
Oh, okay.
You know, well, you don't know Betty. You know Betty Gay?
Mhm.
No, you think you
Betty who?
well, her name used to be Betty Gay. It's Betty Marotti.
No.
Well, you know Olive Gay?
Hale. Or gay.
I don't think so.
Oh, well, okay. Olive and your mom, like, were double cousins. You know, like,
Oh, I've heard them mention that
yeah,
name now.
like your Uncle Bob Hale and Aunt Nan
Yeah.
were brother and,
I just hadn't heard them names mentioned in
No.
years.
okay, like Aunt Nan and Uncle Bob were husband and wife, and John McPherson and Dora were husband and wife, and they were brother and sister to Uncle Bob and Aunt Nan. So
Yeah.
Olive was your double cousin.
We used to go back to Bob Hale's once in a while, Mom lived. And they dug their own graves.
Oh, way up on the mountaintop.
Yeah, went there one time and they was back, they had their grave dug, they was back there taking care of them.
Now, who was
Mowing.
this?
Aunt Nan and Uncle. No. Aunt Nan
Bob
and
Hale.
Uncle Bob. Yeah. Aunt Nan and Uncle Bob. That's Betty's grandparents.
Last time I was down there, oh, it come a rain. I didn't like him mountains anyhow, I'd been away from them so long. And it come a rain, he washed potatoes right out of the hill. And of course the road going up there where they lived was a creek bed. And that water was coming down through there about that deep, and boulders rolling around, and I was wanting to leave anyhow, and I knew Dad was. Dad, he walked in front of the car. If there's any logs or boulders pushed in there, he walked in creek bed, and I followed him to get out of there. That's the last time I was down there, I think.
We were there yesterday. Day before yesterday.
I bet you growed up to.
It's all the trees. It's beautiful down there. Not the trees. The roads are all paved and
And the houses are all,
Yeah,
you
the
know.
houses.
Down through Beattyville.
Yeah, we were in
Boonville,
Beattyville.
Levi,
We were where Jean was born.
where Grandma and Grandpa McPherson lived.
Yeah, and their store, you know, your Grandpa McPherson's store.
Yeah.
And
He
then-
was born in Beattyville too, wasn't he?
Oh, no, he was born right across the road from your grandpa's store.
Oh yeah.
Really kind of was that Boonville? Or
Levi.
Levi.
Right. was
Well,
Levi.
Levi, Boonville.
I was born around. Well, if you was born in 5 miles of a town, that
Yeah.
back then,
Right.
And where were you born?
Beattyville, Kentucky.
So there you go.
That was
Howard
right up
County.
from there.
Yeah.
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 You know, when Mom was living, every year, you see Mom getting a little huffy, and she'd be talking about going back home. Well, you just might as well quit, take Mom back to Kentucky, and then a week or two she's okay for a year, and then every year she wanted to get back there.
Okay, I remember hearing this story about when your mom and dad were courting, that they were never, somebody was always with them, you know, they never, what was that story? You remember that?
I heard some many stories about them.
I mean, you know, that, I mean, they,
One time Mom had took Mammy's coat and was wearing it, and Dad seen it, and he thought it was, no, Mammy had took Mom's coat, and she had it on, and Dad, he was coming up through them hills there someplace, and he crossing a stile. You know what a stile is? It's these built steps up over a fence. You can walk up over that fence. She was crossing there, and Dad, I guess he went up and grabbed her by the arm and going to help her. Mammy used to tell that, and she'd laugh. Pappy, Grandpa was afraid he didn't want to get married. He didn't want none of it. He never went to any of the wedding.
oh, really?
No. I bet he didn't come to yours, did he? I don't think he went to any kid's weddings.
I don't know.
You'd say, why ain't you? He said, I never told him to get married. But anyhow, she wanted to go to town to get her wedding dress, you know, or get goods to make it. And Pappy wouldn't take her. He wouldn't let her have a saddle for the horse, and she rode him bareback into Beattyville to get her material to make her wedding dress. No, he never went to any of their weddings. No, yeah, I never told him to get married. Never wore none but bib overalls.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, just like up there.
When he dressed up, he put on a white shirt and a tie, and he bib overalls.
Oh.
he was the one who never wanted to go anyplace, right? And then
Until,
he'd be ready.
Yeah, but we'd be getting ready to go to Greensburg. You know, like on a Saturday night or Saturday afternoon, you'd go to Greensburg. We'd be getting ready to go to Greensburg, and Gene and your grandma would, well, come on, let's get ready. Come on, John, now let's get ready to go. We're going to town. Come on. No, he didn't want to go to town. He wasn't going. Man, he was the first one in the truck. We had a truck. They had a truck. He was the first one in there.
Yeah, in the van, wasn't it?
Yeah, where they,
When
yeah.
all those hauled eggs in.
Yeah. But he wasn't going to go.
Oh no, he'd swear he wasn't going to do something to the last
Yeah.
minute.
But he'd be the first one in there. Why, he'd have died. They should have just gone off and left him, so. He'd have died if he hadn't got near him. It's funny, we all laughed about it.
Yeah, he was quite a guy.
Yeah.
Never had a sharp axe or saw. Dullest. He had an old bucket full of rusty nails. He'd pull out a board and some they crooked. And you wanted to drive a nail somewhere, he'd be sitting trying to straighten them old nails. Dad would go up there to help him cut wood, and Dad wouldn't use it. Tool was dull. And Pappy's was so dull you could have sat on them and heard them. And that'd take him down when he got them sharpened up, you know. Next time you went up there, he'd be duller than a froze again. Drive old Rusty. Now, he was kind of tight.
I remember he used to ride in the truck, you know, and he'd put the brakes on, you know.
Oh,
He wouldn't
yeah.
be driving. Well, he had a nervous breakdown. He couldn't drive anymore. And Gene started driving when he was just, how old? Just a
you
kid,
wasn't
12 years old?
He
Or,
was real young.
I mean, they had no way getting, because his mother didn't drive, and he was real young when he started to drive. And they
Pappy drove a Model T for a while, and his half of the road was right in the middle. And he'd holler, whoa, at that old Model T and run right through the yard. Right now. I used to drive that egg route for him. And you and Gene were married then, I guess, and gone.
Probably.
I'll tell you how tight he was. We'd leave him here to go to Hamilton
Run out of gas.
and deliver eggs. And I'd say, Pappy, we need gas. Oh, gas, you'd be laying on empty. Oh, we can make it down to the next filling station. And I'd run out of gas right on High Street in Hamilton.
I knew you was going to say that because he never wanted to buy gas.
We'd pull into Bill Message. They had a gas pump over there.
Yeah.
You know where they live.
Yeah.
Say, Pappy, put some gas. Oh, no, there's nothing. And he'd get home all right. run out coming back to town. No sense. And he had money. He carried his money in his shirt pocket, and he'd have a roll in there to choke a cow that big. He lost it one time. Over an hour when we got home. Half his money was gone. Well, he remembered where he had it last. So we went back, and you know that money was laying there in the way in town.
Is
It
that
dropped out of his pocket.
Lucky.
That big round bills all rolled up, and you have a rubber band around.
He was always real nice to me. I remember one Christmas when, well, it had to be when we was first married, and like she would, you know, buy the Christmas gifts for everybody, and he bought me a tablecloth. He didn't buy Gladys anything, he didn't buy Ruth anything. He bought me, bought me a tablecloth, and I was really honored.
Yeah, he liked you. He didn't buy stuff for everybody.
Yeah, he bought me that tablecloth for Christmas, and I was just real proud.
He used to pull people's teeth a long time ago.
What did he do?
Pull people's teeth.
Oh, really?
He had a pair of faucets. That's what they called them, you know.
Yeah.
And of course, they'd come there on Sunday, one time he'd pull their teeth, and he'd get them in a chair, and he was a pretty good sized guy, and he'd get straddled. And when he got them forceps on that tooth, you could scream, yell, bloody murder. He'd come out there with that tooth. Nothing in there, just get it on there and go to pulling. Them was the good old days, they said. I don't think they was just good old days.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I kind of like the stuff we got now.
Novocaine.
Novocaine, I was going to say that, yeah.
You like San Francisco?
I do.
You know where San Leandro Hospital is?
Know where San Leandro is.
I was in the hospital there for a long time. It's above. You can overlook
Oh, you
San
can see the
Francisco.
bay
You never could see San Francisco till noon. And all
because of the
winter,
fog.
fog would go.
When were you there?
About, well, the war was just about over. Well, Japan, no, Germany had surrendered. And I was on my way back on the hospital ship. We just got back when they dropped the bomb on Hiroshima. That was about, what, 44, wasn't it?
Yeah, 44.
Oh, I
You
used
weren't
to,
born yet when he was out there.
when I got so good, boy, I pulled some liberties in San Francisco, and then we're going over to, was it Oakland or Oakland?
Oakland or Berkeley.
Yeah, I get that. I forget what they call it. It was like a streetcars. I get over there. A lot of time I would remember coming back. But
Had a good time.
What happened to you in the war?
I was lucky. I never did get hit too much. Just, you know, grazed. I got malaria so many times.
Hmm.
And you were where?
Huh?
And where were you?
I was all in the South Pacific. Guam, Guadalcanal,
He's in the Marines.
Espiritu Santos, all them.
Russell was in the service too. Well, he stayed in, didn't he? Or
Yeah, he was in for. Oh, he retired out of the service. They're supposed to send you, if you got malaria 9 times, they're supposed to send you home. Because you could run into what they call black fever, brain fever. And I had 13 times.
hmm.
When I got out of there, and I got down where I only weighed about 140 pounds. That was when they sent me home. They said I had battle fatigue.
Yeah, right.
That was that place.
Did they use quinine then, or?
Ativan. Called Ativan pills. Yeah, take them, but they wouldn't no guarantee you.
Yeah, well we've taken them when we went on a trip.
Ativan pills or?
I don't know what we took, but they were supposed to prevent malaria, but they said you could get it and not really know it, but we never got it. But I
You
guess
never get over it if you ever had it. It'll
Yeah.
finally go dormant.
Yeah.
I can't give blood yet today. They can take a smear of my blood and they can find that malaria. If I give it blood for you, then you get malaria.
Hmm.
I haven't had an attack of malaria since years ago, the kids was all, well, they're still little, but we had all the kids. I had the last attack. We lived over here across the yard. Since then, I never had another. They used to send me pills all the time.
What is it, fever and?
Oh, you get burned up and then you freeze to death.
I met a couple nurses that were in Africa, and they said they got malaria. They got malaria once a month and dysentery once a month, and they each lasted like a week. They were there for a long time.
You freeze you're freezing to death one time. You got covered following you that deep, and the next time, buddy, you're just burning up.
Mm.
That's where I learned to hate tomato juice. When we get malaria, of course, my mom didn't have a hospital. They just put us in our tent, and they'd shove 6 or 7 gallon cans of tomato juice down your bunk. And you drink that tomato juice. I got you sick. I still can't stand tomato juice. I was over there a good while before I ever got it, and then all went boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, probably once you got it and get. Well, once you get it, you keep getting it, don't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, Adamant pills is quinine. They're supposed to, but they don't probably help, but they don't keep it up.
Well,
You about ready?
well, we'd probably stay too late for
Right.
this.
And to look out there and see any hair kind of floating on top of the water, he said she's probably drowning.
Oh, no.
Oh, Buster he got all shook up. Yeah, he got down there, got hard on the glass and finally said, "Here I am." Yes, you take off about.
But did you tell her why she did that?
No,
That
I
time?
don't remember why.
Okay, they had a garden. They had
Yeah, there's something about the
yeah,
garden.
they had some beans. They had, well, don't turn it on me, please. She had a bean patch, and the cows got in and ate her beans.
Yeah.
And she went off and was crying. That's the reason.
We was over there one time, we was helping Buster cut wood. Gladys, of course, she fixed dinner. And she was particular with her stuff, you know. And she had a salad made out of lettuce and onions and stuff out of the garden. And all walked right up out of that salad, come a finger worm. I thought you were gonna die. Yeah, he come just crawling right up out of it.
Well, that's funny about that Gladys, and, you know, they thought she had drowned, you know.
Yeah, Dad told Buster, he said, now if you see that hair kind of floating on top of the water.
That old cow had gone out and eaten her beans out of the bean patch. Oh, I remember that. Isn't that funny? We remember the same story.
Yeah.
I knew the minute you started telling
I'm sure they
me.
told it before.
Huh?
Someone's told it before.
Oh, you've heard it before?
No, I never heard it before,
Oh,
but
oh, yeah.
somebody's.
Yeah, oh yeah. I
Dad hollered and Gladys said, here I am.
Yeah, I knew that story.
But she pulled it enough times on Buster, it looked like he got shook up so bad.
I didn't know if she did it before. I just,
Oh yeah, she did it before.
Yeah. I remember that time when the cow ate her beans.
Yeah, I remember what that was now since you mentioned the cows got in the garden.
Got in the bean patch, yeah.
Well, why was she so upset with Buster?
Buster mad at him, I guess.
I don't think she really
why.
wanted to live on the farm. That
No,
was,
she wasn't crazy about
that was
the farm.
Buster's idea to move on the farm. He was one, and he was no farmer.
He didn't know more about farming than nothing.
Yeah.
He was a prince of a guy, though, Buster.
Oh yeah, nice guy.
Died just
Yeah,
in the hospital and getting ready to come home and all, and just fell over the bed dead.
You know, I didn't think he was so young, but now I look back,
Yeah,
how old
Buster
was
was-
he?
he wasn't
About
real.
37, 38, young. Really young.
And what did he die of?
Just had a heart attack. He was in the
Well, he
hospital
had
for something.
pneumonia.
He
Well,
had pneumonia.
okay, he had pneumonia, and then I think blood clots.
His heart or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
That's
up. He was
just
ready to
like
go
Daddy.
home. Gladys was coming out.
Yeah.
Boom over the bed. Dead. Me and him used to drive clear from the farm, clear to the other side of Cornersville. I forget what name of that town to work. Well, that's a long way, that old crooked road.
Oh, he worked in farm too then? Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, yes, I did at the time.
I've done that for about 3 weeks with him. I told Buck, I said, "Well, this is crazy. I'm not going to run that Florida job. It was a good place to work. You share the profit at the end of the year, you make pretty good, but too much driving me over those crooked roads. That's a long ways. And they're over the other side of Cartersville.
Yeah, oh yeah, Connersville's long.
Well, we better go, girls.
Well, I'm glad y'all got to see me.
Yeah. We were real happy we took a video. She didn't have her teeth in, so she had to run in and get those. Dodie.
Oh, Lord, Dodie.
We caught her working in the yard.
Oh, did you?
Oh,
And you
yeah.
have to say hi to your aunt, talk to your Aunt Ruth, because she'll see the video.
Oh, well, hi, Ruth. Why didn't you come with, sure, how is she?
She's great.
Is she? Oh, I just love her. I used to write to her once in a while, but since this last 2 years, I haven't done that.
Phyllis, how many kids do you have?
2 girls now. Shirley's gone. They hover over me. They flutter, you know.
Yeah, they're around.
To have somebody,
Oh, it's sometimes it's all
oh, a
nice.
little too much, huh?
Yeah, but if they didn't, then I'd feel bad.
Yeah, right, you'd say, boy, those girls don't love
Oh
me.
yeah, oh yeah.
And then do you have grandchildren?
Oh yes. I got to recount them every month. Yeah, I had 9. Oh, how many have I got?
And what do Americans think about
Let's
some
see.
of Dr. Joyce
There.
Ledesma's controversial stands? Well, as
I've got
a
9
in
grandchildren.
high school, some recent
And I've
NBC
got
poll shows that
2,
39% are against it,
3,
but
4,
57%
6 great grandchildren.
Oh,
7 great grandchildren.
Oh, wow.
And they're
Oh,
all
Mom,
from this
you're
side.
really, my mom's getting really jealous of this trip.
They're one was born last Sunday.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. And I've got 2 twin girls.
Oh,
2 twin great-granddaughters.
Oh,
oh.
Oh, they are precious.
My husband's sister's children, they just had twin girls too, a couple months ago.
Oh, my goodness.
Those first great grandchildren.
But my grandchildren are all, I've only got 4 that's not married.
how old is your oldest grandchild?
Oh my, Darren must be about 25, about 26.
See?
He's the one that's got the 2 twins.
Well, if you have them 2 at a time, Mom, you can get them
Is
faster.
that right?
Oh my. So, how you all been?
Fine.
The son and twins the other night, but he had twins in bed already. And he had a friend with him, and friend said, there's some woman getting out of a gray car out there, and she looks like she's about 45. And I said, where is she? I want to know.
Tell me again, tell me when you were born.
1924,
Okay, and you're 69. And where were you born?
Batesville.
And
Oh, you were
what's the
born in
date?
Batesville.
And was it June the 15th?
Oh, that's where you're
That was on Jean's birthday.
Yeah, I knew Harold was, but you know, I don't think I ever
Jean and Harold and me and Jimmy Hacker. Can you remember him?
I remember the name.
He had a son which died very young. He was born on June 15th.
Wow.
See, now I knew Harold was, but I had forgotten.
Yeah.
And you know, Bill has a nephew born on this day.
So,
Harold was born on
Okay,
What-
we have a question to ask you. Is there somebody in your, this would have been the Indian story, your great-grandmother was full-blooded Indian, Cherokee Indian?
Was there any Indian blood in the family?
there was Indian blood in my mother's father, grandfather.
Her
The
father.
one we used to call Mammy and Pappy.
Yeah, I know.
And Pappy had Indian blood in him.
Okay, but how much?
I don't know.
Well, now Harold told us that his mother was full-blooded Cherokee. I don't.
Now, Pappy's mother might have been. But Pappy was, I can remember him. He loved for his kids to comb his hair. Always wanted his hair combed. And Dodie used to comb his hair and beat him in the head and everything was combed. And he was a big fat man. Real big heavy set man. But I never knew that until after they were all dead. I never knew they were.
Who told you there was any?
I believe Harold.
Harold?
See, Dad lived with Harold quite a while before he died.
Oh,
And
okay.
Harold learned lots then, you know, when he was living there. But, he was the one that had the Indian.
But before I forget, I'll have to get a picture of you because I have to show Ruth.
Oh my goodness, I should go comb my work up there. That's the bottling house. And when snow would get real deep, ice all over the road, you know, and I was afraid to come home by myself. I would come here and stay with her. And then this is, up above, this is Seagram's. And they have a lot of barrels in there. That's where Blaine works. I have worked up there, but that was never mine. Is that right? Home, Dorothy? Well, good.
Oh, well, yeah, but, you know, you've changed.
I seen your dad and mother last time I seen him was in '65.
Yeah. Well, when's the last time I saw you?
That's been 50 years ago.
That's right. That's right.
I heard Junior. I knew that Junior was part of the family.
Yeah, but I didn't.
And are you a daughter also?
Daughter, granddaughter,
Granddaughter.
Your granddaughter.
And you are
Beverly.
Beverly.
Well, it used to be Johnson,
So do
but
you live here?
it's Rice now.
Just,
I'm divorced, but it's still
Oh,
Rice.
is that right? Wow.
But her daughter Kay is my mother.
I've done retired.
Okay.
Show her that picture there.
I do, I still work.
Oh,
I should do too much.
And you expected me to know you after.
here's,
I remember you.
okay, my grandma, that's great-great-grandmother and great-great-granddaughter. And that's great-great-grandma, great-grandma,
You got a little,
grandma,
I know, a little more.
Son.
I got a whole lot more.
and
Oh,
daughter.
wow. Oh, that's great.
We had two different 5-generation pictures. Get this. Over here. See this one? Now that's my ex-mother-in-law, and that's my daughter-in-law. But get this. Great-great-grandmother Dorothea Marie. Great-grandmother Hazel Marie. Grandmother Beverly Marie. Daughter, the mother of the baby, Jody Marie, and baby Dakota Marie.
Oh, is that neat?
Let's see. Now they're all related by blood to the baby, but now that would be daughter-in-law and mother-in-law
Uh-huh.
to me.
Yeah.
But they're all blood related to the baby, each, and they're all Maries.
That is amazing.
I thought that was neat.
Yeah, it is.
Not everybody can have one of them, by
No,
golly.
that's for sure. My mother's waiting for a grandchild.
Oh, still waiting for a grandchild?
Yeah,
Great. Now, are you
great, great. That's our great grandchild. Oh yeah.
Okay, right, okay, this is, he's from,
Did you hear what I said?
Uh-uh.
I said that was a 5-generation picture.
I know, that's amazing.
Did you ever hear tell?
Aunt Stella is
It's her mother. And this is Aunt Stella's oldest daughter.
okay, and Aunt Stella.
Is my grandmother's Ladaska Barkley's sister.
Okay,
It's
so
your great grandma's sister.
okay, but how would she be in relation to Grandma?
To grandma, well,
her aunt.
aunt, yeah.
Cousin, no, wait.
No, aunt. No, she,
Her mother would be,
my grandmother would be her aunt. Yeah,
Okay, so
it would be our grandmother's,
your great grandmother's aunt.
okay, but grandma, Velma grandma.
It would
Great
be her
aunt.
first cousin. This would be
Cousin,
true.
No, wait,
Yeah.
yes. I'm, Mark Carson's wife. I'm your cousin Mark, Clarence Carson, you know Clarence?
Billy and Belle.
And Clarence had one son and that's my husband.
great-grandmother.
So Patty isn't even related, but she knows the whole family.
Well, do you know where Aunt Margaret used to go there as kids? And
Give
my
me the
dad would
doll
go down
that I
there. He
had.
always liked her mother.
And I had a hope
And
chest.
we'd go down
And
there.
I had
and
it
have
fixed
a
so
nice time.
when I raised the lid up, the doll was like, Mama.
She does in Detroit.
And that tickled their little heart.
For a while.
But then when we got ready to leave, we had to
What
go
else is
through
then
all
his
the
mom
good.
couldn't take care of him anymore, and he had to go to
My husband lived with him.
Well, my
and
dad
friends.
could have been with her.
I don't know why all they didn't do it.
Of course,
We got just didn't to the edge of the pond.
Yeah, well, see, they
No,
went
Versailles,
my dad and
when the car stopped.
his
We had
brother,
to
they
have
always
people
got
into the garage to have, oh, they got
I'm
me to
sure
stick out of it.
I think they get paid too much.
They was 2 behind.
Huh?
They was 2 behind.
Yeah. That,
Isn't that something for a lady in her
And my brother passed away
Yes, she does.
4 years ago.
okay, that was Ted.
Uh-huh.
See, I never knew him at all.
He lived at
Sharon has something like that on here, of course, probably gets spilled on, I guess.
Kennard,
Pardon?
Kennard, Indiana. That's up by Newcastle.
Ethel, look what Dorothy makes.
Are you recording my voice?
Uh-huh.
Oh my.
I'm trying, yes, I am. I'm trying, everybody's talking so much, I can't get your stories. I think we need to get her story. I can't hear. She's telling me little stories.
Oh, okay, well, I'll be right down.
Patty, why don't you talk to her and ask her some questions and I'll tape it. That is just beautiful.
Come over here.
Oh, wow.
Sit here.
How long ago did you make this, Dorothy?
Oh, it's been about a year.
Is that,
Oh
you're
my
kidding.
gosh. Isn't that
That
beautiful?
is gorgeous.
It takes you quite a while.
Is
to
that
make it.
crochet?
Oh, I would imagine, that's, ooh, I love that.
Oh, here, I want to show you something else I made.
I think she had it rolled up.
Cat.
You know, if we turn, can we turn one of these lights on?
Isn't that darling?
Which is the light?
I don't know.
That's cute. But you know, that's almost a lost art.
Yeah, is it really?
I don't know anybody that can know.
What is it? Show me.
Tatting.
Oh, the tatting?
Yeah, tatting, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I make valentines and
I don't know.
Oh.
Christmas trees
So, I don't know if I'm
trim
back
them
that. If you have
snowmen,
that card and that, I'd like to.
Santa's
Oh,
socks.
isn't that
Put it in the
darling?
light,
I
Joanne.
thought maybe you had that card.
This light, the bright light.
Darling.
It is. I used to tat. Grandma showed me how to tat. Isn't that where you have the nails? You have the 5?
Oh, aren't those cute?
That was pretty.
If I had enough to go around, I did go one.
Okay, let Patty up there where she can.
Maybe if I could sit down.
You were talking about when the Parkers first came to Indiana or anything?
Well, I remember more about my granddad told me on my dad's side.
On the
At
Shaw.
one time,
Wait just a minute.
homestead.
Do you want me to take movies of you? Did you want your, is that your camera?
Well, no, that's just a regular snapshot
It's
camera.
to do enlarged pictures. If she
Yeah,
has
if she has,
pictures.
if somebody has some old pictures, I can make copies of them.
Oh, okay.
Here, without having to take them out of anybody's house. Comes in handy.
The Shaw family at one time owned almost all of Ripley County.
They own a lot of land, huh?
Yeah, but it's all gone now.
Broke up.
Uh-huh. Well, you know how they did, you know, in them days, they come over here and
It's not the original.
improve the land, you know, and cultivated it and everything. I guess that's all they had to pay for it.
Yeah.
That's the way the movie sounds. And we had to write an essay at school one time, and Granddad Shaw helped me make mine up.
Oh, well,
And he gave me all of that information, and what I ever did with that, I don't know. I sure wish I had it, but I didn't keep it.
had you ever heard of your other granddad, Eli Parker, on the other side? Samuel's father?
No,
You never heard him mentioned?
no. Oh, I heard the name, and that's it.
Yeah.
But now Grandma Parker,
Uh-huh.
Mother said she was an orphan.
Oh, she was. Rachel?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Rachel Alice.
Rachel.
And she didn't like it where she was at, and she ran away.
Oh, she did.
And she got down to the Ohio River. And she's going to drown herself.
Oh, she was going to commit suicide?
Yeah. And Granddad, wasn't Granddad then, but it was, he saw her and he knew what she was planning to do, and he jumped in the river and rescued her. Then they got married.
Now, Samuel saved her from committing suicide. That's interesting. That is neat. Oh, wow. Now, did he knew her then before he saw her? Or did he just happen to be there?
He just happened to be there at the right time.
Well, now, see, where did the river come through at? Does it come through Versailles area or something?
No, down below Madison.
Oh, wow. So she got a long ways away then, didn't she?
I don't know what home she was in,
Huh.
but she'd been gone several days.
Oh, okay. She traveled a long ways then.
No, I'll tell you what you do. You send me your name and address, and I'll make you one of these.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll leave it with you before I come. I'd love that'd be wonderful.
It's good exercise for anybody that has arthritis and not got it in both hands.
Oh, well, those are beautiful in the Bible, too. That would be nice.
I sold a bunch to the bookstore down at Aurora, the Bible bookstore. They bought 27 at one time.
Oh, well, that's nice.
And then, you know, turn around and somebody
Oh, that's
stole
fine.
half of them.
Oh,
Fine.
that's a
They
shame.
just simply disappeared.
Give me your name again and your birth date and your baby.
Okay, Beverly Marie Rice. And I was born 4/10/49, which I'm always upset about because I should have been born one day sooner. Because then my birthday would have been 4949, but my mom messed up. And I have one daughter, Dawn Marie. I have a son, Timothy Jean. A granddaughter, Dakota Marie, and one on the way. And we can't make up our mind, or my daughter can't make up my mind what to name it. But if it's a girl, if it's a boy, it's going to be Forrest Jacob.
Ooh, that's
Forrest
pretty.
was her husband. And then Jacob, and they're going to call it Jake. And that's about it. Mom should be over here, you know. She just lives one street over.
Okay,
I'm
good.
headed there now. Do you want me to tell her to come over? Because I have to be on duty at 11. So I
Well,
have
it's nice to meet you.
About
And,
Rachel's parents, how they died.
I wish you'd write all this down, like
Give
who
us.
you are, your, you know,
William and
your
Nancy.
name,
She has a
address.
history she's making of the family, a book.
Now, is it mainly the Parker family then?
Uh-huh.
Is that what it would be?
Yeah.
Charity.
And your Aunt Daskey's great-granddaughters,
What do you
Yeah.
know much about it?
Sharon
And Joanne.
Joanne,
Mm-hmm.
and Ethel June.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I know Mary.
Said she liked corn.
I had only met you, what, 5 years ago or so, give or
Charity
take,
did?
but
No.
I've known you
Sarah.
existed for a long time.
And somebody made her a bet.
Oh, nice meeting you all, but
I made her a what?
so I'll come on, maybe she's
A bet that
come
she
on.
could
Okay,
eat a whole
good.
bunch of corn.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I
Nice
don't
meeting
know
Nice
how
to meet
big
you.
Pan cornbread was, but she ate every bit of it. She won the bet.
She wasn't better.
That's what I did. I tore it loose on one side.
That is. Do you sew that together again when it comes loose, or how do you do that?
I use a tag shot. Well, I'll have to tear this back. All the way back to this over here and make a new one. I just cut the thread too short. I don't know if Kay would.
Nobody will be able to translate this except me.
Yeah, when she's born and her birth, I'll get that on here. Just
I may have some of that. Can you hand me that paper right there? That book?
And her daughter wanted to make sure you spelled her name right.
yeah, that's
It had a different spelling than just Dorothea.
B-O-R-O-T-H-E-A.
She's Stella's daughter?
Yeah.
And my sister has got a broken hip.
I got it.
She's in the hospital, my sister. She's going to come out here. And I guess her hip broke and then she fell.
Mm.
She's had an awful lot of trouble.
What was your birthday?
Second day of March, 1906.
When was Theodore born? You had a brother Theodore?
He was born in 1903,
You don't know the day?
the 15th of November.
What about Leonard? She remembers good. I don't remember my brother and sister's
He's
birthdays.
younger than me.
Was. You know his birthday?
I don't know.
Okay. What about Gilbert?
Well, he's the first one of the family that passed away.
Oh.
He had been working in a defense plant during the war,
Oh, okay.
and they was having a lot of trouble. And he's running some kind of machine that made things about what size of a lead pencil. And it would throw off every so often. And it wasn't working right. And he looked down to see what was the matter. Just as he looked, like through one, it went in his mouth, under his teeth, under his tongue, and come out down here. But it didn't come all the way through. And he went around for about a week. He belonged to something in the Union. And they went to Indianapolis. He was living up at Newcastle.
Was he married?
No, he never was married. He's the only one of us children that never married.
Oh, okay. When did he die during the 40s? In the war?
He died, yeah. You send me your address and I'll look these up and send you.
Yeah, I'll let me write that down for you before I forget to. Those are that page I might need to write on. Yeah, a bunch of blank in here. I got plain paper, I just didn't want to touch that exact spot. I got the
How bad was that
spots.
storm here about 2-3 weeks ago?
Well, it didn't bother me, but it did a lot of people.
Oh, yeah, I know. I was down there about afterwards there too. They had so much trees, wasn't much damage done to the building. But the trees got
Yeah.
tore up.
Well, one house, took a house.
Did it? It Joe burned hell about
Oh, wow.
I want to
Isn't
show you
that
another
beautiful?
Dorley.
Oh,
Isn't that
that's
beautiful?
pretty.
Isn't that beautiful? Hmm.
I don't have no trouble at all to get $5 a piece for a cross.
Oh, wow.
But it was a job to connect the book
Oh,
right. And see, I
yeah.
had to make this center. Do you think anybody would give you $50 for that?
Well, I don't know. Probably the right people would. That
If
is
you could sell them in
beautiful.
a big city like Cincinnati and stuff, to them shops like,
But you know that.
what am I thinking of? You know, it sells the card shops, what am I thinking of? Those places would sell those
They don't like you
for those kind
Yeah,
of prices
yeah,
and stuff.
it's beautiful.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
He wants to be part of the party.
That's the only one I got there.
That is beautiful.
But you know you can't hardly wash these.
Probably
You
not.
know
They're
what
probably
happens when you wash them?
the-
All goes back to little bitty knots.
Oh, really?
Oh.
The
Huh.
only way you could do this would be to sew every one of these stitches to a piece of cloth.
I'll even have some bad
You couldn't even just wash it by hand and sieve it out?
No,
Yeah.
when you do it like that, they all line up.
Oh, so you can't wash them. Well,
Yeah,
it's
but
good to
that's-
know if you're gonna try to do it, yeah.
Now, Dimple,
To begin
she's-
with.
she washes them, but that's the way she has to do it.
She made me one about that size, but it's made different, and it's pretty. I believe it's a little bigger than that.
Yeah, you mean that they're variegated?
Mm-hmm. It's a little bit bigger. Okay, I want to know something. That picture of, tell her the picture, explain the picture to her, Mary, the one you sent me. You know, of,
It's probably hers.
it was Dorothy's. You know, the one she had made for you.
Yeah,
You have
Dorothy,
some picture-
you know,
go.
you
had a picture made that you gave me, you know, for Christmas.
What picture was?
grandmother and all the
Going
children. Aunt Stella and,
And Florence and
yeah.
yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do you know what year that was taken or how old?
No.
You don't know. You don't know how old your mother was when that was taken?
She was young.
Yeah, she was, yeah.
She was the youngest one.
Yeah, but you don't remember. I mean,
Uncle Lawrence wasn't on that.
yeah, he was on that. He was on that picture.
Was he?
Mhm. Yeah.
Well, that's not the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, the one you got from Dimple.
Oh, that's a different one. I was thinking of the one for just Aunt Basket and Aunt Florence and Mother.
No.
Oh, wow,
No.
we don't have that one. I'll copy it while we're here today then. I'll make copies. Well, here's my address, and I wrote down
Okay.
what I was working on, Parker and Woolley history, and how I was related.
Are you still going to school?
Well, me, no.
She has 5 kids.
Thank you.
God.
I've been in school for a long time.
You passed through.
I think you're good anyway.
Yeah, really.
Do you have pictures that we could look at?
Yes, I do.
I could ask her questions here for an hour. Yeah. I just love that story about Rachel and Samuel. Wasn't that neat?
That's Hugh Ballard.
How was he related?
He was married to my Aunt Florence.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Ballard.
Up in
Yeah.
Elwood.
I know, yeah.
Okay.
And this was my mother.
And this was Florence here then? I'm sorry.
Was that Aunt Florence?
Yeah, this is Aunt Florence.
Okay.
Okay.
And this is my grandmother.
This was Stella, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to write the names so I'll copy
This
it
is
so I'll be
Rachel.
able to put the names on the picture later.
Rachel Alice.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what her name was for sure, whether it was Woolley or what it was.
Did she keep in touch with her brothers and sisters then pretty much, after, even though they were orphaned young, or
No, I don't think so.
they didn't?
I never heard of it.
You don't remember them visiting and back and forth or nothing?
No. Mm-mm. And now this is Grandpa.
That was Samuel then.
Yes, Samuel Parker. And this is that has to be Leonard. And this is one of Aunt Florence's boy. I think it's Arlie.
Arlie.
And that's me. And that's the preacher's daughter.
Well, she's not related then.
She's very unhappy because she's barefooted and I've got shoes on.
Okay, who was this man?
That's the preacher.
Oh, the preacher, okay.
Okay.
That's Brother Scott.
Okay.
They all liked him real well.
Oh, okay.
And this is my brother Ted.
Was this the preacher's wife then?
Yes.
Most of them preachers like women, though.
Now I expect
90% of them do, don't they?
you can tell which one of these is Francis, couldn't you?
Especially
I
them
doubt
Baptist preachers.
I'm not real sure.
Well, our grandma wasn't in that picture,
They
so
all
I don't.
look so much
No,
alike.
she wasn't a man.
Was he staying with your mom then or something at
No,
the
I'm
time?
staying with his grandmother.
Oh, he did. He stayed with.
See, when Aunt Lasky's husband died, I don't know how many children.
Where'd you all
they
park
had.
at?
Six.
They took Francis and raised him.
Oh, Samuel. Rachel did.
I don't know how many years he stayed with them.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
one of these
Good
boys,
bit, I think.
See, I didn't
Brother
know that.
Scott,
Yeah, because I can remember
I
that.
think that's Francis.
That's Francis there. Okay.
Yeah, kind of
Come on,
looks
girl.
like him.
They gotta
And I
go.
think
Come on.
this is
Come here.
Aunt Florence's
Come on.
boy.
What would his name be?
Well, she had two boys. One was Arlie and one was Samuel.
Come on.
So that would probably be the smaller one.
Come here.
She
Yeah.
thought this one was
I'd
early
go.
before.
Oh.
I don't
You know,
know.
that does look like Uncle
This
Francis.
is Samuel.
Yeah, she
probably
ain't
then.
supposed to be
Probably
in.
is. It could be, yeah.
Okay.
Better get back to bed.
My brother, younger than me, this is Leonard, and he
Okay.
was about the same age.
Oh, okay. Who was this over here? You know?
Ted.
That's Ted.
Ted. Ted what?
Ted Shaw.
Shaw. Okay. I didn't get this boy here either with the no shoes.
Well, that's what I just don't remember.
You don't remember.
I
Okay.
imagine
Well, you're doing
maybe-
real good. So.
I imagine maybe he's the preacher's son because she's
Okay.
barefooted too.
That does look like Uncle Francis.
Does it?
I think so.
I believe this is one of Aunt Florence's boys. I think them two. And I don't know if the preacher had a boy or not.
And this is Aunt Stella, you see.
Mm-hmm.
Aunt Stella and Aunt Florence.
Is Aunt Florence's daughter in the picture?
Who
Oh,
would
that's
this be
right.
now?
She did have a daughter.
This little boy
Yes.
here?
I think he must be the preacher's son.
Another preacher. Okay.
There's two boys
I
there that
forget
I'm
her
not
name.
sure about.
Okay.
Well, this one here,
I can't think.
And then this was you standing up, right?
yeah.
Ask her.
And
Okay.
you know why I've got such a frown on my
But
face?
you live
What?
at now.
I was feeling
But you live
sorry
at-
for
I
her.
didn't.
Aww.
For about,
Now, who took the picture? Was it ranged or
It was,
something?
I've been down there.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it
I
was
worked on that
arranged.
Disneyland for about 7 or 8
Oh,
months.
you did?
Did everybody at the church
I
get theirs
just
took at
outside
that
of
time or
Atlanta.
something?
No,
They
this
brought
was
me
taken over at,
Well, we lived in
I don't know
about
whose
30
house
miles
that
from
was.
Orlando.
See, I wasn't very old and
Were you, it was taken
What,
at
Claremont?
somebody.
at Holton or
Heard of
something?
that.
Yeah.
That's where we do our shopping in Claremont.
You know what Dick
Okay.
City's at?
And then this here is your grandma with
You ever
a
been
bunch of
that
you
far in
kids,
there?
isn't it?
No.
Yeah.
Is
That's
Aunt
her,
Florence's
yeah.
daughter on there, Dorothy?
It's the same day.
This would be the same
They had
day.
Yeah.
the biggest rattlesnake
This would
I've
be
seen in
you?
my life.
Is that right?
That'd be Arlie?
That took 'em
No,
around.
no.
It's
Then-
a tree leather 12 foot long.
That's Gilbert.
Yeah.
Did,
I
though,
know.
it had a
Oh,
special
there he
over
is
the park.
in,
I thought.
Oh, okay,
it was
Rachel's
ready to
holding
bite
him.
you.
He's a
It had
baby
21
Now, and Grandma
31
wouldn't let
rattlers.
them
Right.
take a
Okay,
picture
tell
unless
the
she could
camera
have a
your
baby.
name.
Uh-huh.
Look how long his
Junior.
dress is.
Yeah.
Junior
Oh,
Cravens.
Yeah.
And
And
then
this is Dorothy Craven's son, Aunt Stella's
Are they in there?
this
grandson.
was Ted.
There, okay.
That's Ted.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
And this is the one she thought was
That's
um,
Leonard.
I used to talk
Leonard.
stuff that don't talk back to you.
And I remember when Mother bought that material almond.
That's just black people.
And she
They
made
talk
him
back to you
dress
once.
out.
And the baby was Gilbert?
Did
is
you
that
hear
right?
that?
Huh?
She said when her mother bought that material,
Yeah.
she wanted a dress out of it, and she made him a dress out of it instead.
Oh,
Well, look how old he was.
Yeah.
Little boy dresses. Little boys used to wear dresses.
Isn't that
and what was
fun?
his name? This was
I didn't want no dress.
That was Leonard.
Leonard. Okay.
Leonard Alonzo. That's a name and a half. For you. Now this other picture, that was on my dad's side of the
Yeah,
family.
okay.
Oh, well, we wouldn't.
Oh, that was Shaw's then.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wouldn't know
Okay, we
any
would
of
know that.
those.
Yeah.
Well, you remember Charlie Shaw, don't you? I remember.
I was told that the Woolies were around
remember
Ripley
him,
County
Charlie
from
Shaw?
way back.
Who was,
So had they had your grandma's
I
family
knew
had
we
been
lived down there.
there pretty
Well, I
for a
We
long
get to
time?
Holt,
They didn't
I
say.
don't know how she come by the name of Woolley.
just back there.
If
A nice little farm back
Mother
there,
was
White
still
House,
living,
White
she could
Farm.
tell you everything.
What was his
She knew
name,
it all,
Mother?
huh?
Uh-huh. There ain't no more in here.
I think so.
This is Dimple's girl. This
Do you have more old pictures?
no,
You think that's all?
this is all. That used to be me.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah.
Oh,
That'd be a good one to show.
yeah.
But oh, me
Oh,
mother,
here,
how
now
you
here's
had
one.
changed.
This is a little bit older. What's
That's me. And that's our family. Now this one, she's a neighbor girl.
That was Granddad,
This is
that was
Claude,
Granddad
that's
Shaw
my
brother,
youngest.
I think.
This is
Oh,
Kay.
no, I didn't. Maybe
I don't
I
know why
probably
she's
had
laying
him,
down
but I
on
don't.
her feet.
Lived down there. What's
Like
his
she's
mouth?
got pants
What's
on.
the name of that
Maybe
road
you
down
know
there?
pants.
With them big trees was down on 50 there.
I've been away from there 50 years.
Well, I know that. But that road was there then.
these aren't twins? They're just
There was a
brothers.
gravel road then, I remember that.
Uh,
And it was about a mile up that road.
11 months.
Mother can tell
And,
you.
well, there's just 10 days
I don't know the name
difference.
of that road.
His birthday the first day of July, and his is the 10th.
Oh.
Same year. I know there's years, almost a year's difference. And this is Mary Alice's two children. And,
Well, Dorothy, going back to the Woolies again, you remember that Woolley, that old man that had those great big cattle?
I had hot.
those big cattle, they were huge.
Shirley?
I don't know what his name was, but he was an old man, and he is a relative.
Is he
Where did he
still
live at?
living?
No, he's dead.
What was his last name?
Woolley,
Roy. Oh.
and he lived out near Friendship.
What was this Wooley? There was a picture. Clarence had a picture of a Wooley. What was his name? He had a big white mustache.
And beard, and he had the biggest cattle I ever saw.
What
White
his name?
cattle?
I didn't know how
Was
he
it
was
white?
related, but he
Did
had
you
a
say
lot of
cattle?
pictures
Yes.
with
Oh, I thought you
family.
said-
I want to say Oliver.
He
Yeah,
lived
it's
by
on
himself,
cattle.
and in his house was a dirt floor. Oh, just a,
It wasn't Oliver, was it?
no, Oliver Woolley was from Florida. But this man is related.
I remember seeing pictures, but I can't think of the name.
But when
I
you
don't know.
connect him, always remember the big cattle, because he did have huge cattle.
What color was it?
Brown and white.
Sure they weren't black and white.
Well, they could have been black and white.
Or,
Do you remember him?
oh, I remember them cattle were black and
I
white
say
cattle.
they were brown and white though. I just don't think they was
What,
fine.
dark brown?
I ain't
We
seen no
went out there to see
brown
him,
and white.
and we saw him, and oh, he was looking
They got
great.
some red and white now.
Oh, he's dead now.
I mean, they got some red and white cattle back in them days. They admit
She misunderstood. Do you remember? Someone with cattle?
He lived out near Friendship.
I don't remember.
Do you know of any relatives by the Wooley name who are related to you now? No, nothing.
No, I wanted to take a picture of him and his cattle. He says, that doesn't help the looks of those cattle at all. I finally got a picture of him, but
He said what?
didn't help the looks of the cattle at all. And he would let me take a picture, he wouldn't stand up there.
take a picture of the cattle over there.
Did your dad, your grandpa, Samuel, did he ever talk about the Parker family then? You ever heard any stories about them coming over on the covered wagons through the woods
Well,
and
I'll
stuff?
tell you something else. Granddad married, after my grandmother died, he married the girl that he had to help him take care of it.
Oh, okay. I heard a little bit about that from Ida first. Could you tell me more about that? So.
Well, Mother said she got into, you shouldn't like this though, got into grandmother's clothes and was wearing her slips. You know, they wore real long skirts.
Uh-huh.
And
I wouldn't want to write that down. It wouldn't be too much. She was wearing your grandma's clothes and while she was still alive or after she passed away?
while she was still alive.
Wow.
And
Well, she was sick, but what was wrong with her? Do you
I
know?
don't know, I think she was
Your arm
touched
gets
in the-
tired.
I heard she had TB.
I didn't know, but I know she
I
She
had
was,
heard she had TB. I don't know.
She was a sister to Aunt Lucy. Aunt Lucy married Dad's brother.
And Aunt Lucy was a Shaw.
That's Charlie Shaw, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that.
And her name was Harold,
Charlie Shaw.
Smith Harold's daughter.
Mother.
That Carrie
Now
Was a
think a little
sister
bit
to-
now. Where did Uncle
Carrie was
Charlie
related
live
to
at?
Shaw's then?
He lived back
It
His
toward-
sounded
second
like-
wife
They
was
don't-
Carrie. His second wife's
lived
name
back
was
here on the
Carrie.
right. You turn to the right, go back about a mile, wasn't on that gravel road.
No.
Huh?
When you came from Holton,
Pardon the sale.
you turned off before you got to Clapboard Corner.
Yeah.
And you went over there in, well, that was where George Robinson lived.
I'm talking about
Or
Charlie.
Miller, George Miller.
Yeah, I'm
No,
talking about Charlie Shaw. That was granddad,
Yeah. oh,
brother, Charlie.
Yeah.
He had a wife.
Do you
Aunt
remember
Lucy
your
them
grandma
lived back
much when she was sick? You never went to go see her when she was sick?
I don't even remember going to the funeral.
Well, I had heard maybe she
Went
had
the wrong
TB,
door.
and if that was it, then she may have been quarantined. Did they quarantine
No.
people back then?
I
They
don't
did?
think so. No, my mother and Aunt Annie, that was Uncle Lawrence's wife, they stayed with her most of the time.
To help out and stuff too?
And what I can remember the plainest was bad. He fried potatoes in on the heating stove.
Your dad?
Yeah, for us kids when we was real little and our mother was gone.
Oh,
And he sliced those potatoes so thin you could almost see through them. And I still can see them potatoes.
Well, your mom would go in to help out,
Yeah, she was that.
and so she'd be gone, and
Yeah. She just come home barely long enough to get to do the washing. See, I was only about 6 or 7 years old.
oh yeah, when she died. Yeah.
I wasn't very old. Well, I was only about a little over here. 10 when Grandpa died. And they didn't like it. There was a lot of trouble. They didn't like it because Granddad married her.
These two are sisters.
Yeah,
And she was pregnant.
And they're at home parents.
that's why Ida had said something about that.
And Mother said she would take this baby up into the attic and wrap it up in red flannel until its hair turned red. And it didn't live very long. It died.
The lady killed the baby then?
They just didn't feed it, didn't take care of it right. She wasn't right in her head.
It doesn't sound like it.
And Aunt Lucy was just
somebody else.
was her
Okay.
full-blooded
Don't
sister.
say something like
And
that.
she was just as nice as she could be.
Wasn't nothing like her, huh?
No.
Oh. And she had a son, though, from her first marriage, didn't she?
Who?
Samuel's second wife. The lady who had the baby.
Yeah, I think so. I forgot all about that.
Yeah, she had a little. There was a picture that Ida had that had her Samuel stand on the porch with Carrie, the second wife, and there was a little boy there, and Ida said that was her boy from her first marriage. That's all I could remember.
And I know I like Grandpa. Ted used to tell him about the way he'd catch flies. He'd put the sugar or molasses in his hand, and he'd sit there, act like he was asleep, and the flies would get all over his ass. Ted'd do like that. He'd catch a whole bunch of them.
Ted did that, or your grandpa?
Ted.
Ted.
Granddad.
Oh, your Samuel did.
Ted told it on. But I remember Grandpa always had candy he gave us kids.
Was he always good to you? I mean, nice and kind and sweet and good to you?
I never saw anything out of the way with him at all, period. And we lived in a little town, well, that was after Dimple was born, and I was 10 years old when she was born. She was about a year old, I guess, when Grandpa died.
So did your mom go visit your grandpa then after he was married and stuff?
She wouldn't go to his funeral or anything.
Oh, she didn't.
And I would walk and go to Houghton. And I remember one time when I went, he was plowing ground at a crossroad. He planted corn there. It wasn't his land, it was somebody else's. And when Mother found it out, she grounded me
Because you went to see her dad?
because I stopped and talked to her.
Was that all because of the baby, the other lady?
No, I don't know what it was all about.
No, my gutter's about ready to fall off.
See, when you're little, they don't tell you very much.
Yeah.
They still got work, ain't they?
Well, I see Ida, when I talked to Ida first, Ida Drysdale, you know who's your cousin?
Yeah.
And she had said something about how, well, she was talking about her dad, that her dad, Lawrence, and Samuel had gotten into an argument because of him marrying this other lady and the baby and stuff, and that they had never spoke again, even when Lawrence died. And, you know, that... Now, there's something else Ida had mentioned, and I wanted to see if you had ever heard the story, that one time that, I guess, I don't know, your dad had been kind of mean to your mother at one time, and that she packed up a few kids and went home to her mom and dad's, and that your Samuel turned around and brought them all back again. Do you hear anything about that?
I don't remember.
You didn't hear that one. I didn't want to hurt your feelings or nothing, but, you know.
I know Mother said Dad had a shotgun, and he said you better never step with your foot on the ground.
Samuel?
Oh. And he didn't either.
So your dad and Samuel didn't get along at all? No, okay.
And
That might be a good thing for him.
if Dad get mad at my brother Gilbert,
Uh-huh.
he called him Sam Parker.
Oh.
And
That was a dirty name.
That was very mean.
We get to replace that, don't we?
Gilbert, my brother had an awful lot of broken bones.
This is the first time anybody called me.
He had both legs broke at one time.
Oh, how'd he get him broke?
He was working for a guy, riding a manure spreader. And he fell off in the wagon some way. The horse had jumped or give a jerk and knocked him off, and he got his legs in the wheel of the broken board.
It's both.
His bones broke easy, though.
Who's that? Gilbert?
Gilbert.
Yeah. I heard about that. They told me about it. I can tell you something else on Uncle Gilbert, too.
Can't you find a chair to sit down in?
No, I'm
Go ahead.
Her name's
Give
Patty.
her time
Patty,
to
yeah.
dry
Yeah.
up.
I'm going to tell her something about Uncle Gilbert.
Okay, tell me.
There will be, yes. He we clean out the cow stable out home there. He's staying with us.
Yeah.
He was on cover and a rat went up his leg.
Oh, gross.
He squeezed right there by his knee. Killed him.
Oh, what?
The
Rob
rat-
was in his pants?
The rat went up the pants leg. He had a pair of overall pants on. He had a pair of coveralls over top of him.
Yeah.
That rat went up there and he grabbed him and killed him.
Ew, Rob was still in his pants?
Yeah.
Oh, gross.
That's one for the book. I'm
There
not
were
10
some
years old.
bitches, but I don't know.
I never will forget that.
I didn't
I said, what's the
know.
matter with you?
The name sounds from
He
that.
hollered, you know. It didn't bite him, no.
Don't
But he
mind.
had underwear on back then.
Yeah.
He had
What
underwear on.
name?
Yeah, wow.
Man, I tell you what,
Who
that's
were
something
the-
for the book.
Who were the girls that lived out of Holton? There was a Joanne. Was it
Joanne? That was Ruby's girl.
Yeah.
Joanne and what was the other one? Mildred?
Virginia.
Virginia?
Virginia.
No, that was Alice's girl.
Well, Virginia was one of them now.
Oh, what was Ruby's
They
other
lived in,
girl?
they lived in Richmond.
Well, I'm thinking the ones that lived at Holton.
They moved to Richmond.
When were your mom and dad married? Do you have their marriage date?
I think it was 1900. I believe.
Mother.
Oh, I got that in the book.
Was she born after 1900, before 1900?
No, she's
Well,
96, she said.
Oh.
Her brother
I
was,
believe she was married in 1902. Oh, wait a minute, now I've got it wrote down.
Okay.
in
Oh,
there.
you've got this to
I
wrote
don't
down.
know.
Okay,
Mother,
great.
how old was Uncle Cyril?
So I've got some of this pre-wrote up
Well,
ahead of time,
he was
so
80.
fill it in.
He was about 2 years older than my mom.
Yeah.
That'd
Well,
be
they could have married.
1904.
you can tell us who you are.
That's about right.
Oh. I'm Kay.
Okay, and
That's my mother.
that's your mom, and you're a cousin.
Oh, Dorothy's your mother? Dorothy is my mother.
That's
And
my-
that was your daughter that was here? And then your granddaughter, you're the one of the 5, but she's one in these pictures.
Yeah. Yeah.
We said
5.
5 generations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's all.
Your house, remember the time we all come up there? And you all went, and you with
Who
us?
lived at New Point?
That's who I'm talking about.
I lived at New Point and Mary lived at New Point. You know, until the last few years, I didn't even know you existed.
Not until I worked at Seagram's, I didn't know Dorothy. I knew there was a Dorothy,
Well, how
but
did
I
you get
had
over
never
there?
seen her.
How did you get a
How long
hold
did
of
you work
her?
over
How-
there?
She worked up there.
I know, but I mean,
How many years did you work over
Oh,
there?
okay.
31 years.
what year did you
Married
start?
1899. Okay.
56.
See, if I had to quit, I worked there in 48.
Okay, I could go get the
Yeah,
exact date
Jefferson
from the courthouse
53.
then.
We moved to Madison. and
Parker,
I
oh,
was
hey, she's got his
drive
death date
back.
too.
A lot of them did.
Yeah, maybe you should
Born
look
in
through that whole book, Patty.
1879.
And then
Yeah.
when we moved back,
Then it's George Captain, right?
Bernadette, that was her first husband. She married him twice. and he was no good.
Oh, really?
He drank and wouldn't work. His mother was Italian, and she had arrested, and she made good money, and she kept him.
She married in 1964, huh?
And she just married this other guy not too long. Well, I guess it's been 2 or 3 years. Maybe it's been 5. I don't know.
Mm. Does she live near here?
No, she lives in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee, that's a long ways away.
And she works at the Baptist Hospital now. She works in nursing.
Oh, wow. Now, who did your brother Walter marry?
He married a girl from Texas.
What was her name? Do you
Her name
remember?
was Bonnie.
You remember her last name? Before she was married?
So I'm trying to think. I should know it. I'll have it in here somewhere.
And Theodore, who did he marry? He had Theodore too. Where's Theodore Shaw? 1903. Is that when he was born?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, I got that. You had that.
I said I thought that's what it was. And here's Walter Wesley Shaw. He was born 1913, and he's still living.
Oh, he is? Okay.
He's the only brother I got. It was kind of odd the way us kids was. Ted and me were the 2 oldest, and Dimple and Warren was the 2 youngest.
Oh. Now, where does Walter live then?
Omaha, Nebraska.
Nebraska. Oh, that's a long ways away.
It's the one I said I'd check on for
Oh,
you.
okay. Now, who did he marry? What was his wife's name?
Who?
Walter's wife.
Bonnie.
Well, that was Bonnie. Oh, I wrote that down. Yeah. Theodore. What was Theodore's wife? And that's the one I didn't get.
They called her Dutch all the time.
I got a couple aunts with nicknames like that.
What's her name? They'll come to
Anybody else I don't have? Who did? What was Warren's wife's name?
Warren?
Uh-huh. I got an Omara, but I don't have a first name.
She was Japanese.
Oh, she was?
He married her over in Japan.
Oh, okay.
And I guess her folks is pretty well to new people.
Oh, they were. Do you remember her first name then? Did she have a funny first name then?
Yeah. But when she come over here, she changed it to Sue. Susan first, and then they cut it down to Sue.
Okay.
And they've got 2 boys.
You remember their names?
Wesley and Norman. And I don't know their ages. Well, Wesley's about the same age as that boy.
Oh, okay. And he lived away, didn't they? Warren, where did they live? Did they live around here?
They're the one who lives in Omaha, Nebraska.
Oh, Nebraska.
Mhm.
Did Theodore live in Nebraska too? Or was that, or Walter? Where did you say he lived? I forgot the one.
Ted lived, when he died, he lived at Kennedy. But he did live at Newcastle, and that's a bigger place. Kennedy is just a little bitty town.
She does. In the face, she never did.
Warren's the one who lived in Omaha, right?
Warren lived in
Yeah.
Nebraska. Okay.
For sure. That's who she named herself after.
Oh, okay.
I just like that name.
Did they have any kids?
She had children.
They didn't have any together?
I don't think Uncle Leonard has any of his own.
No, he didn't
He just
have
had
either.
adopted hers. And he told I used to know.
Now, she didn't make these curtains, did she?
Yeah.
I was going to say.
Yeah, I made them.
You hemmed them or something.
Mother come out to the car and asked him to get her some chicken feed.
Uh-huh.
So, and he'll ask Aunt Nasty if she'd like to go along. And she said, yes. She said, I'm still in the car. I'm like, just as well. So he took her down with him to the feed mill. And he weighed the car with her in it.
Oh, yeah?
And then he got the chicken feed, and he took her back up home and took one of the chicken feed. Then he went back, he weighed the car again. And he knew then how much that nasty weighed. And when she found it out, oh, she wouldn't speak to him for the longest.
Did you say how much it was?
That was an awful lot.
He never told anybody, huh?
I don't think so.
Well, that's funny though. Sid's that like.
Are you
talking about Larry Ray?
Uh-huh. And they told Mary that as long as the baby has that soft spot on the top of their head, their heart and their lungs open up, or their stomach opens up, and the water goes, and the milk goes into them. So I imagine he died instead of that.
Oh, wow. But you said his fingers curled around your hand when you picked it up?
It was kind of scary.
What if the doctor was wrong and the baby wasn't there?
Yeah, I don't think babies get stiff. They're still pliable.
But when her little girl died, it was a different story. She didn't weigh as much as she did when she was born.
She was born with a bad heart.
Oh.
Her heart was on the wrong side, her kidneys, her ovaries, and everything was just the opposite.
Oh, it's outside.
I didn't
She
even know
wouldn't
that.
have lived through any childhood disease. She died when she was young.
Now, I had a nephew who was born with a bad heart. And the older he got, the skinnier he got. And he ate good, but he just was just skinnier and skinnier and then they took him to the doctor to find out why he was so skinny, and that's how they found out he had a bad heart. And then when they started giving, he had to have open heart surgery and everything. Now he's slim, but he's not like.
Ain't no good. They ain't gonna be no good like that. Wait a minute, ain't gonna be no good. It's gonna be all right. But you need something else in there. Something like getting some beans, getting some potatoes, meat. He kept on saying he had a good soup.
Good soup, huh?
That's a stone soup.
Stone soup.
But see, that goes to show you that people will help you out.
Oh, yeah. Oh, people help you out, yeah.
But he didn't have nothing to start with. But he had a good meal that night. And that's true. That's what's been a true story.
What were the dresses story, Mom? Did we tape that?
Oh, well, mine, I was getting ready to start school, probably 7th or 8th grade, I don't remember. And there was 2 dresses that was either in Sears catalog or Montgomery Ward. And one was 98 cents, and I've told you this story.
Yeah, but I don't think
And the other one was 59 cents. And I liked the 98-cent one the best. And Mom tried to talk me into the 59-cent one because it was cheaper. I don't know which one I
Which
ended
one
up
you
with.
get?
I don't remember that. Probably the 98 cent one.
Little spoiled June.
98.
She was. She's spoiled.
Well, no, all kids spoiled.
Got everything you wanted, though.
Well, she was
Everything
the
I wanted,
oldest.
listen.
Just about.
I didn't get everything I wanted. Are you kidding? We were poor.
She was the oldest for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
older than the boys.
Right. For
How old your brothers now? About my age. ain't they?
Clarence is going to be 60 in December.
Oh, he's younger than me. Arthur, how old is he now?
And Art is, let's see, Doris,
55,
55.
56, I think. Yeah.
That's that much younger than me.
Junior. Did you hear about our visitor the other night, Monday
I
night?
wouldn't pay no attention.
About 5 o'clock?
No, I was sleeping.
5 o'clock evening?
What happened?
We had a heifer on our street.
Yeah. It got away from my kid over at 4-H fair, and it came clear over on our street.
Oh, I hadn't heard about that.
They had the police as everybody's chasing it. It was running up and down the street in yards, and
But
it was kind of funny.
That's when you want to be fit outside somewhere. You want to be around where
Open
chase cows.
But I guess because it had a rope still on it.
That's what?
A rope still on it.
All of them probably.
It just probably got loose. So it had to come over the levee. And,
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Like I said,
Huh, I hadn't heard about that.
Maybe she was so nervous.
Well, it could have been.
Was that her middle name? She was married to me.
No, that's CA.
CRA. Looks like it's CRA.
Yeah, it does, yeah. It looks like Mom's writing though.
Mm-hmm.
She married an overtake. What's her husband's name, do you know?
I remember that.
His names and their kids and grandkids and stuff for me and send that to me. And I could save some time trying to write it down now. Yeah, could you maybe send that to me? I'd appreciate that.
Is that good or bad?
I think it's in there on the table.
Patty, did you want to take those pictures?
Yeah, I wanted to copy them.
Yeah.
I was going to say, we're running out of time, and there's so much. I wanted to try to ask her some more old questions yet, too.
Last night, I asked her, I said, do we know?
This is right. You know, I'm going to get my carpets cleaned before long, and I'm going to take these out on the cement.
Are you
and
sure?
clean them too.
Yeah, you could.
I've got one
yeah.
upstairs that I had before we moved to
Wait.
Lawrenceburg, and it's been on the floor all the time.
Well,
It don't look very pretty, but I bet if I get it cleaned,
It'll brighten up, that's for sure.
Yes, it would.
because I just put good stuff in the rug. But I ain't never going to put any new stuff in again.
So what's your secret?
Well, when
Tell
I
her about
braid it,
sewing them together.
that's what she wants to know.
Uh-huh.
Instead of flipping over and over and over, you know, like you, what is it they call that? Whipping it?
Yeah.
Well, you go zigzag. You stick your needle in the same place, you bring it out, but you turn it and go up that way and that way. And you do it pretty close together, too. I've never had one yet that's ever real.
They're beautiful. You made all these? They look like boughten to me.
I wish I could remember how many braid ribs I made.
I used to make those. I love to do them.
said to my daughter Elizabeth, wife of Parkinson Barkley, I leave, this and this and this. And to my daughter Nancy, wife of Edward Farmer, I leave this and this. To my daughter Cheryl, so you got all the names. And then from there I went to the census records and found what I could find on my census records.
Right on down her chain, right on forever. So it depends on how the judge would interpret it. So it's still a kind of a mess.
It's been a long haul.
Yeah.
Oh, we had a terrible time.
Yeah, what, April 7th?
April
We
7th,
found it.
April 8th, we found it. Had to get court order to get the body even released to
Took
us.
us 5 days to even
Took
get the
5
body.
Get the body.
Now, what do you think we had murdered the man or something? Really, I mean, they get really,
Oh my goodness, it was something.
it's bad.
Today the 14th.
I don't have no idea.
I don't either.
All I know is we've been home from Cumberland 2 days. I don't even what day of the week
They
it
were
is.
just kind of getting acclimated, getting back, of course, every year we try to get family together,
And we get
everybody, and go
together,
down for
but,
4 days.
oh, did the kids go down with you?
Yeah.
Yep, she did too.
Oh, did she?
It
Yeah.
was her first visit down there.
And do you have a place down there, or you rent a
No,
place?
we rent,
Houseboat.
we rent a house.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you've been doing that for years, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been
Our
doing
friend
it for
used to
years.
have one.
And the kids, when they, with their ways, we get them back once a year to,
And we get back for Christmas. Now with Kurt up there, of course, we don't see him as much as the other ones are always here for birthdays and,
but it may be one.
or when he's in the
So
hospital, of course,
it's
they're all
just
together.
nice to get everybody together.
Ron,
After
just
about 4 days, they're all ready to.
ready to go. Just
Go
say
back.
you.
It was fun though. We had a really
Oh, yeah.
good time. Then Brad has his little runabout, which makes a difference. You can just get off and ski and just and help tie up.
Ron, would you just say your name and your birthday and where you're born and your mother so that I can put my camera away?
My name is Ron Couch, born in July 31st, 1936, the son of Gladys Couch, and
And Buster, who's your
Dad was Elmer Couch.
Oh, is his name Elmer? Oh, I
It's
didn't know that.
Ronald Eugene Couch.
Oh.
After my uncle, Gene.
You need that for your record.
Yeah,
You need
Ronald
everything.
Eugene Couch.
And this is a granddaughter,
Our first
first
granddaughter.
granddaughter
Right.
with Carol Couch. Carol, what's
Carol
your...
Clifton Couch. August 13th, 1937. Oh.
Oh, this is good.
And we had 3 sons.
Any
Curtis,
baseball freaks in the family?
Curtis, Brett, and Scott,
Her
and then
dad,
Kristen's our
he's always
first
getting
grandbaby.
letters. He played in the
Kristen
34,
Elizabeth Couch.
35
She's
World
gonna have
Series.
curly
Oh, is
hair,
that
just
right?
like her
Detroit
mom.
Tigers.
Right.
Yeah, he's from
Yeah,
Detroit.
Dad played Detroit Tigers. World
So-
Series 34, 35.
And you had all football players.
Right,
That's where the Clifton, Carol Clifton counts, but it was
right.
Flea Clifton. He played.
What was
second
his
base.
name?
Flea Clifton.
Herman Flea Clifton. He played the Detroit Tigers. He played in the 1934-35 World Series. He played, I guess it was at 34, his first year up to 38 or 39, I think.
Then he went to Quebec, I think, in 36.
Toronto.
Toronto,
Toronto.
yeah.
Yeah. So this is the first girl baby on the couches since 19.
Now, wouldn't
what was
your
it?
mother have been proud of that?
Oh,
Oh,
she wanted a girl so bad.
she
And of course,
loved to put those
she put the frilly things on the
frilly
little
things,
boys.
yeah. She always liked those fringes and all that.
She'd give me lace, and I put it in the
Lace
bottom of
and
the drawers. I'm not putting lace on my boys. And she gave me this quilt. And it has these little Dutch girls now, so I've saved it, and she thinks it's great. Yeah, so. Yeah, she would have loved it.
Huh. Could do better at that. Gladys and Buster with Ron and Doug. This is Roy. He's in the service. Ron and Doug. Oh, this is a good picture. This is Bertha May, Boyd, Ron, Ron, Russell, and Dougie.
You want me to bring the chair in here, Carol? Carol? You want the chair in?
We're at Ron's house. There's Buster and Gladys and Ronnie and Dougie and some friends. It's me, Joanne, Ron, Doug, and my dad.
Actually, a train comes on. Oh, yeah. Sharon has got to take a picture of this train. And then Phyllis, and I think that's...
It's Douglas. It's Ruth. What's that? There's Harvey and Virginia Hacker. And that's their kids. Not Claire. And this is a picture of Dora McPherson, our grandma. And this is a picture we're not sure what's of.
Oh, that's her?
show up too well, maybe. That's, I guess, the couch. This is Dodie.
She's here. I have a beer, a light. Miller Lite, Bud Light.
I have a Bud Light.
What?
So what do you have to say for your sale? Sale.
Sale, yeah, we've been in Kentucky.
We've been in Kentucky.
You've been down in Kentucky, I know, I was just telling me. In
Everywhere.
fact, you've been all over.
We've been everywhere.
Boy.
She wanted to know if you had a jukebox.
Yes, right over there.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah, we got a jukebox. Well, we don't have too much down here other than jukebox and dartboard and a few gambling tickets. Other than that, we don't have
All right, tell who you are, when you were born, and where you were.
And who's
Your dad? Who's your great grandmother?
Because we've met her.
We've met her.
We met her on this trip.
my great-great-grandmother. Well, let's see. When I was born?
Yeah.
I was born December the 9th, 1928.
Oh, right before the recession.
No, the recession was still going on.
I meant right before, but wasn't, or was it over in 29? When was it over?
It was over, I think, around the 30s.
Okay, but it was just starting, wasn't it, in 28?
Well, I can't tell you that.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't either, but it was there.
I thought it was more
My wife's name's Margaret. I've been married since 1953.
Long time. I've been married since 63. You've been married 40 years this year. I've been married 30 years this year.
August 29th.
Mine's August 24th. He's having a 40th this year. I'm having a 30th. I just remembered. I hope I get home in time.
Tell Sharon about how you stole my graduation picture that I gave to Jean because you were jealous of me.
Well, I was jealous one time, but I don't remember to steal the picture.
Remember that? You remember my graduation, and you took it home and gave it to your mother. Your mother still has it.
She does?
Yeah.
I know I got jealous of Jean first.
Yeah, I know, because...
After you guys got married, he didn't take me.
Yeah, and he had my graduation picture, and one time you were down there, and you took it home and gave it to your mother.
Oh, well,
and she still has it.
Well, anyhow, I know I got talent. I remember being jealous of Jean because, in other words, before he got married, when I go down there on a farm, he'd take me, you know, around a lot more. And then after I got married, he didn't take me anymore.
Yeah.
I was stuck down there. Yeah, I remember that. That was a long time ago. And, well, you do remember Willard, don't you? My father.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Yeah, I don't remember Willard that much.
Yeah, Willard and I had some good times together.
But now I got 5 grandchildren.
Okay.
Any great-grandchildren?
Huh?
Any
No,
great?
no, just, no, the oldest is 13.
Tell us, your son has a bar also?
Yeah, up on Smithville.
His old bar. Last time we were here, in fact, we were with you guys. I think you were
yes,
with Jerry and Tom.
Yes, I was.
We came to visit you and we went out there.
Well, he just had a birthday. He was 40 years old.
Oh, wow.
On the 4th of July. I mean on the 5th. Oh, I'm sorry, 5th of July.
Wow.
Okay, and does he have children?
Yeah, he's got 1 girl.
Okay. And then you had 2 daughters.
2 daughters, and they each got 2 kids.
Okay,
one's a boy and a girl, and one's Kathy.
Kathy.
She's got a boy and a girl, and then Cindy's got a...
Cindy is your baby.
Right, she's got 2 boys.
The one that threw the fit in the bowling alley that was so funny.
Oh, no. That had to be Kathy in the bowling.
What was the baby?
That was Cindy?
It was the baby, and I remember we were all bowling, and she didn't want to go home, and you guys were making her go home, and so she laid on the floor, and like she was not going to go home, and Margaret had to like pick her up and like take her out.
Wait a minute. It took Margaret and Roy and her son to push her like
She was not going to go. She was not going. So she's got 2 kids. Huh?
Yeah. Well, you know, she's got 2 kids, Roy's got 1. But I haven't been to Kentucky in years.
Yeah, did your dad, was he born in Levi also?
Dad was from Indiana. Mom was from Kentucky.
Yeah, but your dad had to have been born, because my dad was born in Indiana.
Well,
I mean in Kentucky. My dad was born in Kentucky.
So you're born in
but Will was born in Indiana.
Was he?
Mom was born in Kentucky.
Who?
My mother.
Well, then,
I think your dad might have been born in Kentucky.
No, he was born in Indiana.
What'd they do, come up and then move back down? They did.
You know, I can't even tell you where they met. Because I used to go to, you know, when I was young, I'd go down to Kentucky once in a while during, you know, summer vacation. I'd also go over in Indiana. My grandfather in Indiana had a farm too. And I used to go over there too, Indiana. And I used to go over to Kentucky once in a while, because they had a farm in Kentucky. But Dad was born in Indiana, and Mom was where they met. I think they met in Hamilton. I don't know. Hamilton. So, but I can't even. I never did ask. That's good.
Now Virginia and Ruth and Gladys and Jean, they were all born in Kentucky. So why did they come up? So your daddy didn't born in Indiana? He didn't live in Indiana then.
Yeah, but my grandfather and grandmother lived in Indiana.
Yeah, but they moved up after. They moved up right after my dad was born.
You mean your grandma and grandpa first?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, first they moved from
Did your wife had her baby yet?
No, not yet. But you know, every time the phone rings, I wait for Nora to come to the kitchen door.